Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Gabby, and in today's video I wanted to give out some wedding advice, more specifically wedding day advice. I've done another video wedding related, giving you guys some wedding planning tips, so if you do want to check that out, I'll leave a link around here somewhere so you can go and see that. So me and my husband got married on August 6th, 2021, so everything's kind of still fresh in my mind, and I just wanted to share some tips, some wedding day advice that will really help you throughout the day. So let's just get into it. Okay, so first tip, advice that I want to say is that to try and take little breaks throughout your day. Your day, especially for a woman, is probably going to start a lot earlier. I started my wedding day. I woke up at around 6:30 in the morning to shower and just gonna get everything settled for the day, for the hair and makeup people to go in. So you will have a very long day and may not even finish until 1, 2 in the morning. So try as much as you can to take tiny little breaks throughout your day, even if it's just to take a bite, have some water, because you're honestly gonna need it. The day will go by super fast. The next thing you know, it's already over. So you really have to hydrate, you have to keep yourself fed. It is also really nice to have a little quiet moment for you and your new husband. And you know, it's a good idea when you do your day of schedule to schedule in these little breaks so people kind of know where you are, that okay, they're taking a moment, they're relaxing, because you will definitely need it, you and your new husband. So for our wedding, we had our first look first, and then we had a little bit of a gap until our actual ceremony. So in that gap, we scheduled in a little break where we could quickly grab a bite and have a sip of water. But it was nice to like just get settled in the day, because getting ready, getting your hair and makeup done, I don't know, I was feeling kind of angsty. But then after I saw my husband during our first look, I kind of felt more relaxed and I felt a little bit hungry. So it was nice to have that little break in between the first look and the ceremony, so you just kind of, you know, relax a little bit, try to get something to eat, definitely drink lots of water, just kind of hang out with our parents and our bridal party, just, you know, like this is happening. And we also had a bridal suite provided to us by the venue. So, you know, while we had our reception, I think me and my husband kind of did a few trips in there while no one else was in there, and we just kind of sat down on the couch in there, and we were kind of just like, it's a lot. Especially I'm kind of an introvert kind of person, so having to socialize that much with all these people, I kind of feel like my energy was kind of super low, and I just needed that quiet moment with me and my husband to be like, holy, did we just do that? Did we just get married? So it was really nice to kind of also just take a break from everything. I mean, you guys are going to be the center of attention the whole day, so it's kind of hard to have a moment to yourself. I mean, we were trying to have dinner and to eat something, but not that it was wrong by the guests to do this, but they would always want to come up to you, take pictures with you. So while everyone was kind of dancing or eating their dinner, we snuck out for a little bit into the bridal suite. We just kind of sat down there for a few minutes. That moment between the two of us was super nice, even if it was short and very quick. So definitely try to take breaks throughout the day. Okay, next wedding day advice I would really want to give to you guys is to delegate. I mean, you have your bridal party, you have friends, you have your parents, all these people that love you and are willing to help you in any way that they can. I know I'm the type of person that doesn't want to bother people, and I just feel very shy asking people to do stuff for me, especially when I could do that myself. But it is your special day, and these people want to help you. They would love to help you. So delegate tasks to these people on your day, because it will help you to enjoy your wedding a lot more. For example, for us on our wedding day, we had an officiant and we had all these papers to give to her for our wedding, for our ceremony. So when she came to the event space, we had to give her these papers, but obviously me and my husband didn't really want to go out there in the ceremony space because everyone was kind of arriving already. In the midst of everything, like me and my husband were super busy, like people were asking lots of questions, and I also like wanted to freshen up before the ceremony and stuff like that. So we were really crunched with time. So we really benefited in having our bridal party there, especially our best man and maid of honor. You know, they were always there for us and willing to help. We were like, hey guys, can you please give the officiant these papers for our ceremony, and they were able to run out quickly and do that for us while me and my husband got ready for the ceremony. You know, just little things like that, so you don't have to kind of worry about it or have that in the back of your head, or have you doing all these tasks and little things, because you know, we didn't have really a wedding planner for our day or throughout any of the planning process. Definitely rely on your friends, family, and your parents, because they are more than willing to help, and don't be shy. Like, they're there for you on your day, and it will definitely help you to really enjoy your wedding there more with your new husband, and you don't have to worry about the little things like paperwork. Okay, next thing I want to say is to not stress over the little things on your wedding day. I mean, it's a whole year of planning for this one day, and it's finally here, and you've done everything capable and in your power to make that day as perfect as it can be. And you know, no matter how much you try for everything to be perfect, inevitably things might happen that might not go exactly as you had planned, and you just gotta let go and just kind of roll with the punches and almost kind of let it be. Mostly the only people that are gonna know something has gone wrong is you, your husband, or people in your bridal party. Guests are gonna have no idea. For us, I mean, things did kind of go wrong a little bit in our wedding day, but I feel like everything happened the way it was supposed to happen, and I feel like everything was kind of meant to be, even though those things were wrong. For example, our limo, we had a bit of an issue with. It broke down right after our ceremony. We were supposed to take our bridal party with us to a winery to have some pictures taken. As soon as we got into the limo, it wouldn't start. It would not go, and the guy was like, sorry, there's nothing I can do. Like, we just gotta wait for another limousine. So we headed back into our venue space, and we were just kind of trying to figure out what to do. I mean, we really wanted these pictures, and the winery that we were supposed to go to was really nice. I don't know, me and my husband, like, we were just kind of like, okay, well, I guess it is what it is. Like, we're just not gonna have these pictures. We'll take pictures around here in the venue space, and like, we just kind of just accepted it at that point because it was kind of out of our hands. But thank goodness, you know, to our amazing photographer, they were already on the way to the winery, and we gave them a call and we said to them, hey, I don't think we're gonna be able to do the pictures. Our limo broke down. None of us had cars in the venue space because we all kind of came in the limo. So our amazing photographer was like, hey, how about just you and your husband come? I can pick you guys up and we can do just like a private session between you guys in the winery. And you know, we were like, well, okay, let's just do it. Kind of like I said, you know, roll with the punches, and everything kind of worked out for the best in the end, because we were able to have that nice private intimate moment between me and my husband right after the ceremony, and we got some amazing pictures out of it as well. And at the same time, like, our bridal party was kind of tired, so it was nice for them that they didn't have to come with us because they were able to rest, relax, and kind of freshen up for the reception. So like, everything kind of worked out really well in the end. I mean, with our first dance too, we had some missteps. I mean, we had practiced a little bit, but with my dress, we didn't really know how it was gonna work. When it came to the day, we realized that it was kind of a little bit bigger than we had anticipated, and some of the moves that we were supposed to do weren't gonna work out, so we kind of had to change some things last minute. And when we got to doing our first dance, my husband stepped on my dress. We kind of missed the steps a little bit, but looking back at the video, like, you can't really tell, but in our heads in that moment while we were dancing, we were like, holy crap, we messed up so much. It probably looked horrible. We were a little bit embarrassed, but it was just us that noticed that something had gone wrong. Like, all of our guests, all the people that were there had no idea that anything had gone wrong. And when we look back at the video, like, it doesn't look as bad as what we thought it looked. So, you know, as much as you plan for your day to be perfect and seamless and for everything to go just right, inevitably things will go wrong, and it is okay. You have done everything in your power to make this day as amazing as you can, and when the day comes and if something happens, just roll with the punches. Try not to stress out and try to really enjoy your day and just be happy in the moment, because I feel like in the end everything works out the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so on your wedding day, you're gonna definitely have to tip some of your vendors, and I would just want to say to set aside this cash beforehand. We didn't do this and we kind of wish we had. There were a few vendors that we wanted to tip, our photographer, DJ, and limo, and we hadn't set aside anything for them. We just thought, you know, people are gonna give us cash for our wedding gifts. We'll just take some money out of there and give it to them. But I don't know, it would have been a lot easier if we had just like all the envelopes lined up in our bridal suite, and when those vendors were ready to go, we would have just taken it and given it to them right away, or have one person from our bridal party do that. But because we didn't have that set aside, then we had to go scrambling trying to find some cash to give to them. You know, even like with our limo driver, at the end of the night, he drove us back to the hotel, but my mom had taken all the envelopes with cash, so we literally had zero cash to tip him with, and we were scrambling at the end of the night trying to figure out how to tip this guy, and it was late, we were tired, it's been a really long day, and we just really wanted to go to bed. So we're like, oh my god, we don't know what to do, and eventually we just transferred him some money, but it just took a long time trying to figure out his email and the password and this and that. So definitely would have been a lot easier if we had just the cash set aside for all the vendors and just like given it out and be done with it. And it would have been even easier if we had delegated that specific task to one of the members of our bridal party, or maybe our parents, to be like, here's all the tips for all the vendors, do you mind just taking care of it? So we didn't have to worry about that, and we could have really been in the moment and enjoyed our reception and our time. Don't be naive like we were. We just thought it would be just so easier to just take money from the pile of cash that people had given us. And it also kind of got confusing at the end when we were counting the cash that people were giving us, because we had taken some from the envelopes of the gifts and we were giving it to the vendors, and we were like, I don't know how much this person at the end of the day gave us. So it just got too confusing at the end. So to save yourself a little headache, it's such a small thing, but setting aside the cash tip for your vendors will definitely save you. Okay, so like I mentioned, it's gonna be a very long day for you, your husband, your bridal party, your parents, because they are gonna be with you throughout the whole day, and your day is probably gonna start really early. So I would definitely recommend, if you can, to have the venue provide sandwiches, any kind of food, snacks, water, drinks for you and your bridal party. It was definitely needed. Where we had our wedding venue, it was in a city that we're not too familiar with, and you know, we always knew that we wanted to provide food, lunch, and snacks for our bridal party and parents. By the time we had breakfast and then dinner came, there was a huge gap in between of that day that we would have been without food for a very long time. So we really wanted something to give to our bridal party and parents, especially us, to keep us energized throughout this long day. We were kind of looking around to see if any restaurants could cater to us, or if anyone could bring food, or maybe someone could go and pick up food. But kind of like last minute, we asked our venue, because they were already providing food for us for our reception. We just asked, hey, is there any way that you can make sandwiches or something for us for a little snack? Of course, we would pay you the extra per person or whatever it was going to be. And they said, yes, no problem, we'll have that ready for you guys. So it was really convenient that the venue provided us that lunch, and no one had to go out and get it, or we had to figure out a way to get this food in the venue. Like, everything was right there. It worked out. Right after we had our first look, me and my husband and the bridal party were able to go into like the reception space, and all the sandwiches and drinks was there for everyone to just kind of have something to eat and something to keep the energy up for the rest of the day. And especially for your bridal party, they're gonna be there with you throughout all of the festivities from early in the morning to late at night. So definitely keeping them well fed as well as yourself is gonna be very beneficial for you guys to really enjoy your day. Okay, so the next tip, advice I want to give, I feel like it's a no-brainer, but it doesn't hurt to give you as a reminder, is to bring another pair of comfy shoes for you and your husband. I mean, it's gonna be a long day on your feet. Like for me, my dress covered my shoes, and I just thought, you know, I don't want to be uncomfortable in heels. I'm just gonna get some flat sandals. Even though they were flat, my feet were still hurting by like 10 o'clock at night, that I had to change into another pair of like sandals that I had brought. I don't know if it was because I hadn't worn those sandals before or what, but my feet were hurting and uncomfortable, and I had a few blisters the next day, even though I wasn't wearing heels. But it was still nice to have that backup shoe that I knew were super comfortable shoes. Even my husband, he was in a lot of pain with his shoes. The shoes that he was wearing were like brand new. He had never worn them before, so they were kind of stiff. So for him, he kind of wished he had another pair of like dress shoes that were more worn in, that would be more comfortable comfortable for him to wear throughout the night. I know with the ladies, this is something that we're all very used to, especially if you're going to be wearing heels throughout the day. You're going to be in your feet for quite a long time, so having that backup doesn't hurt. Just pack it in your bag, put it in the bridal suite, and if you do need it, your feet will thank you. You will be so grateful that you had something in the back burner. So pack your comfy shoes. And last thing I want to mention is when you tell people you're getting married or that your wedding day is coming up, everyone is gonna say, try to take it all in. It's gonna go by so fast. And when people were telling me this, I was kind of concerned that I wasn't taking it all in enough, or like we were worried that we were missing our day. But I just want to say it's okay. Like, it is your day and you handle it and you deal with it as best as you can. Me and my husband, I heard this so much of people telling us to take it all in, try to take it all in. And we were kind of concerned that we weren't, and it was kind of hard for us because our wedding day was so go, and we had so many things on our schedule and everything was kind of back to back. In one minute we were getting married and in the next we were going back to our hotel room. By the end of the night, I kind of felt guilty that I'm like, oh my god, I didn't take it all in, I didn't do everything right. So I just want to say, try not to listen to people too much. You enjoy your day as best as you can and as much as you can. It is gonna go by fast, and honestly I feel like now I don't remember certain things that happened on our wedding day just because the day flew by, but it's okay. All that matters is that you married the love of your life, your best friend, that you went through this together and you had an amazing day. And it's okay if you couldn't take it all in or things went by really fast. You know, those are weddings for you, and every wedding is unique to each individual and we each process it differently. So you do your wedding the way you want to do it and you enjoy it the way you want to do it, and don't feel guilty if by the end of the night, like I did, I was like, oh crap, like it's over, I didn't take it all in. It's okay. I feel like that's how weddings are. They're very go. There's a lot happening. As much as you try to take it in, things are gonna happen, and like you might be like me and my husband now, we kind of feel like, what happened? Like we don't remember anything, but it's okay. At least we have the pictures and the videos to take us back to that moment, and we're very grateful for that. So that is it, you guys. Those are all the wedding day advice and tips that I wanted to share with you guys from my own wedding experience. I hope these tips will help you on your wedding day and that you have a spectacular wedding day. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video.